Hailey Bieber once admitted in an interview that she's not very close to her extended family, but now that statement is coming back to haunt her. One of her own cousins is speaking out, and they're not holding back. According to them, Hailey didn't just drift away after marrying Justin. She deliberately cut off the people who supported her before the fame, the followers, and the flashbulbs. No calls, no visits, just silence. And now, that silence is being broken in the loudest way possible. Is this just family drama playing out in public, or a deeper look at what fame really costs? The cold shoulder, Hailey's family distance. Imagine marrying into one of the biggest names in pop culture and then being like, new phone, who dis? To your own blood relatives. That's the vibe we're getting, and honestly, the tea is overflowing. Let's start with the receipts, because you know I've been doing my homework. In July 2024, Hailey Bieber did a cover story with W Magazine, where she basically admitted that her family was giving her the thanks next treatment. According to a Yahoo Entertainment article, she straight up said she's not super close with her family anymore, preferring instead the family she's built with Justin. Like, imagine telling the entire world that you're ditching your birth family for your husband's? The audacity is kind of iconic in the worst way possible. In her own words, she described having fond memories of her childhood, but emphasized her current independence, which many have interpreted as her basically cutting ties with the Baldwin clan once she got that ring on her finger. It's giving "I'm too famous for you now" energy, and I cannot with this level of ungratefulness. Now, let's talk about why this matters. The Baldwin family isn't just any family. They're Hollywood royalty. Hailey's father, Stephen Baldwin, is an actor and the youngest of the Baldwin brothers. Her mom, Kenya Deodato Baldwin, is a graphic designer. Growing up with that Baldwin name definitely opened doors for Hailey, and some might say she used those connections to climb the social ladder until she reached the top rung, becoming Mrs. Bieber. In a Grazia magazine article, it was reported that Hailey stated, "I'm not super close with my family at this point in my life because I feel like I'm very independent. I'm my own individual now, and I've built my own family." This quote is absolutely wild because she's essentially saying, "Thanks for raising me, but I've upgraded now." That's like winning the lottery and telling the friend who lent you money for the ticket that you don't need them anymore. Just yikes. While we haven't found direct evidence of a cousin publicly dragging Hailey for her family ghosting, there are definitely signs of tension in the Baldwin household. For instance, her father, Stephen Baldwin, made headlines in February 2024 for a controversial social media post asking for prayers for Hailey and Justin's marriage, which sparked all kinds of conspiracy theories about trouble in paradise. I mean, when your own dad is publicly asking people to pray for your marriage, something's definitely up. The situation gets even messier when you consider that Hailey has had to navigate being labeled a Nepo baby while trying to establish her own identity. In a Daily Mail article from May 2023, she embraced the label while discussing her independence. But here's the thing, you can acknowledge the privileges you've had while still showing gratitude to the people who provided them. It's giving hypocrite vibes to use your family connections to get ahead, and then act like you did it all on your own once you're at the top. Reddit users have been all over this family drama, as they should be. In a discussion on R Faux Moi from July 2024, users speculated that fame and mental health preservation might be factors in Hailey's decision to distance herself from her family. One Redditor wrote, "She's been around fame her whole life, but I guess once it became her fame, it was different." And honestly, that's a fair point. The pressure of being constantly in the public eye, especially with the level of scrutiny she faces as Justin Bieber's wife, must be intense. But let's be real, plenty of celebrities maintain close relationships with their families despite the pressures of fame. Look at Taylor Swift and her mom, or Selena Gomez and her family. They've managed to keep those bonds strong while navigating the crazy world of celebrity. So what's Hailey's excuse? It's giving "I'm too good for you now" energy, and that's just not it. Speaking of Selena Gomez, we need to talk about how Hailey's family situation might be complicated by the never-ending drama surrounding Justin's ex. Because let's be honest, being married to someone whose ex is literally Selena Gomez cannot be easy. The internet has basically never let Hailey forget that she's married to someone who very publicly loved another woman for years. According to an E! News article from February 2024, the Baldwin family tree and relationships are complex and very public, which could explain Hailey's desire for some distance. When your family drama has the potential to become tabloid fodder, creating some boundaries makes sense, but there's a difference between healthy boundaries and completely cutting people off, and it seems like Hailey might have gone with the nuclear option. What's particularly interesting is how Hailey has positioned herself as the victim in all of this. She's spoken about the challenges of dealing with online hate, particularly regarding her relationship with Justin and the comparisons to Selena. In April 2025, Popdust reported on a viral TikTok series accusing Hailey of being a psycho stalker of Justin before their marriage and copying Selena Gomez. This series, with over 1 million views, has fueled fan wars and led Hailey to consider legal action.
Your husband was in a very public relationship. They were kids. People were obsessed with the idea of them.
According to Us Weekly, Hailey is considering legal action over this viral TikTok series, which shows how seriously she's taking the online hate. But here's my question. If she's so concerned about managing her public image, why would she publicly distance herself from her family? It's like she's inviting more scrutiny and criticism, which seems counterproductive. One theory floating around the internet is that Hailey's family might have been less than supportive of her relationship with Justin, especially given how quickly they got engaged and married. Justin and Hailey rekindled their relationship in June 2018, got engaged in July 2018, and were married by September 2018. That's a very quick timeline, especially considering Justin had just broken up with Selena a few months earlier. It's possible that Hailey's family expressed concerns about the whirlwind romance, leading to tension that eventually resulted in her distancing herself from them. If your family questioned whether your relationship was a rebound or warned you about rushing into marriage with someone who had just gotten out of a long-term relationship, would you want to keep them close? Probably not, but that doesn't make it right to cut them off entirely once the relationship works out. Another factor to consider is the role of religion in Hailey and Justin's lives. Both are known to be devout Christians and are associated with Hillsong Church. Sometimes, when people become deeply invested in certain religious communities, they can begin to prioritize those relationships over family ones, especially if their family members don't share the same beliefs or practices. The whole situation reminds me of what happens when someone joins a cult. Suddenly, their birth family becomes less important than their chosen family. Not saying Hillsong is a cult, but the pattern of behavior is similar. It's giving, "I've found my people and they're not you" energy, which is honestly just sad. So while we haven't found concrete evidence of a cousin publicly calling out Hailey for cutting off her family after achieving fame, there are definitely signs of family tension and distance. The question remains, is Hailey justified in creating this distance, or is she ungratefully turning her back on the people who helped her become who she is today? Internet warfare, Hailey versus the world. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the never-ending Hailey versus Selena debate that has literally been going on since Hailey put that rock on her finger. In February 2023, Kylie Jenner and Hailey were accused of mocking Selena on TikTok after Selena mentioned over-laminating her eyebrows. This eyebrow gate scandal had the internet in an absolute frenzy, with #TeamSelena garnering 1.8 billion views on TikTok. Billion with a B, people. The drama got so intense that Selena had to step in and defend Hailey in March 2023, addressing death threats against her on Instagram. She wrote, "Hailey Bieber reached out to me and let me know that she has been receiving death threats and such hateful negativity. Imagine being so hated online that your husband's ex-girlfriend has to tell people to stop threatening your life. That's next level wild." But the internet drama doesn't stop there. In April 2025, a viral 7-part TikTok series accused Hailey of being a psycho stalker of Justin before their marriage. This series claimed Hailey had a decade-long obsession with Justin, with allegations dating back to 2009, when a 12-year-old Hailey met Justin backstage at the Today Show through her father, Stephen Baldwin.
People were confused on the timeline you're talking about of like, is she a homewrecker? So I guess my question is, Hailey, were you ever with Justin romantically at the same time as her?
No, not one time. When him and I started hanging out, like, okay, let's just put it this way. When him and I ever started like hooking up or like anything of that sort, he was not ever in a relationship, ever, at any point. I would never, it's not my character to mess with someone's relationship.
According to this series, Hailey was initially a Jelena supporter, tweeting things like they were her favorite couple and calling their relationship perfect. But by 2014, while Justin was still involved with Selena, Hailey allegedly began appearing frequently with him. The series even claims Hailey copied Selena in various ways, including fashion, tattoos, and interview styles. Honestly, the receipts are kind of damning, and it's giving single white female energy in the worst way possible. Ex-users, formerly Twitter, have been all over this drama, with one post stating, "I just finished watching that 7-part series on TikTok, and Hailey Bieber needs help BC stalking someone for 10 years and getting with him after all stalking his ex is psychotic behavior." Another user commented, "Just watched that 7-part TikTok of Hailey Bieber being Justin's stalker. That boy needs to run." Reddit has been equally unforgiving, with subreddits like R. Hailey Baldwin Snark discussing alleged evidence, such as Hailey DMing fans for Justin's location and waiting outside hotels. One particularly damning claim comes from a former Justin Bieber Bieber superfan who posted a video on YouTube claiming to have helped set up Hailey with Justin and showing receipts of Hailey asking for information on Justin's whereabouts. According to this former fan, we would give her that info because she would either stay at that hotel, or she would eat at that hotel, or do whatever at that hotel so she could bump into him. Imagine being so desperate to meet a celebrity that you're booking hotel rooms just to accidentally run into them. That's not just fan behavior, that's full-on stalking. The series also claims that Hailey allegedly drove past Selena's home with her pastor's wife to make sure Selena was still in therapy when she checked into a psychiatric facility in Connecticut in February 2018. If true, that crosses about 1 million boundaries and is genuinely disturbing behavior.
I did something that really hurt him. I did something very immature and stupid. It damaged the idea of me for you.
Yeah, I think so too.
She went out and did things that hurt me, and so it was just this hurt. She hurt me. And then before tour, we just really stopped talking. I was really upset.
Hailey has reportedly been exploring legal options against these online haters, frustrated by false narratives, including the stalking claims. In a 2022 interview on the Call Her Daddy podcast, Hailey discussed her marriage and past drama, emphasizing her desire for people to know her heart. But as they say, where there's smoke, there's usually fire. To be fair, some fans have pointed out factual inaccuracies in the TikTok series, such as the timeline of Hailey watching Justin on The Today Show in 2009, which was the same day she met him through her father, suggesting early friendship rather than stalking. But the sheer volume of coincidences and evidence presented makes it hard to dismiss all the claims as false. What does all this have to do with Hailey's family relationships? Well, for one, it suggests that Hailey might have been more focused on pursuing Justin than maintaining close relationships with her family members from a young age. If your life goal since age 13 was to marry Justin Bieber, everything else, including family, might take a back seat. Additionally, the involvement of Hailey's father, Stephen Baldwin, in facilitating early meetings between Hailey and Justin adds another layer to the family dynamics. The TikTok series claims Stephen used his industry connections to help Hailey meet Justin multiple times from 2009 onwards. If true, this suggests Stephen was supportive of Hailey's interest in Justin from the beginning, which makes her later distancing from her family even more puzzling. Unless, of course, there was a falling out over how quickly Hailey and Justin got married. Their whirlwind romance in 2018, rekindling in June, engaged in July, married by September, left many people, not just fans, but possibly family too, with whiplash. It's not unreasonable to think that Hailey's family might have expressed concerns about the speed of the relationship, especially given Justin's very recent breakup with Selena. Another possibility is that Hailey's family might have tried to warn her about the inevitable backlash she would face as Justin's wife, particularly from Selena's fans. Being the target of such intense online hate and death threats could make anyone want to retreat from public life, including family relationships that might bring additional scrutiny. So, to sum up this messy internet situation, Hailey Bieber has been facing intense online hate, mainly related to her relationship with Justin and comparisons to Selena Gomez. This includes viral TikTok series accusing her of stalking Justin, claims of her copying Selena, and even organized hate campaigns. In this context, her decision to distance herself from her family might be an attempt to protect her mental health or keep her family out of the toxic online environment she's constantly navigating. But the question remains, is cutting off your family the right way to deal with online hate? Wouldn't a strong family support system be beneficial when facing such intense public scrutiny? Or is there more to the story than what we're seeing on social media? The Bieber Effect: marriage, fame, and family fallout. Let's talk about another elephant in the room: Justin and Selena's epic on-again, off-again relationship that spanned from 2010 to 2018. These two were the celebrity couple of the 2010s, with countless breakups and reconciliations that kept fans on an emotional roller coaster. Jelena stans were invested in their relationship to an unhealthy degree, and many still haven't accepted that it's over. In a 2020 interview with the Wall Street Journal, Taylor Swift, Selena's best friend, made her loyalties clear. "I knew from when I met her I would always have her back. In my life, I have the ability to forgive people who have hurt me, but I don't know if I can forgive someone who hurts her." While not directly about Hailey, this quote shows the protective circle around Selena that Hailey would have to navigate as Justin's wife.
Does it rhyme with Melina?
Here's the thing.
Does it rhyme with Melina?
I just never know what women are thinking. Because it's just like they say one thing and they mean another thing, and they're like, do this.
Even Justin himself has admitted that Selena was his first real love, and that he's not sure if he's completely over her. Imagine being married to someone who publicly says things like that about their ex. That level of emotional baggage could strain any relationship, not just with your spouse, but with your family as well. In March 2019, just 6 months into Hailey and Justin's marriage, TV host Wendy Williams suggested on her show that Hailey should consider divorce due to Justin's mental health struggles. Williams claimed Hailey was was too young to be dealing with being Justin's wife at age 22, adding, "She's supposed to be a newlywed." This public commentary on their marriage must have been incredibly difficult for Hailey to navigate, and it's possible her family shared similar concerns in private. Earlier, in September 2018, Williams had criticized the marriage as potentially a cash grab for the Baldwin family, questioning its motives. She stated, "I think the Baldwins look at Bieber as a cash cow. I think Stephen Baldwin, Hailey's father, likes to be more relevant again to young people in pop culture, and Bieber is a quick way to do that." Ouch. These comments suggested that Hailey's family had ulterior motives for supporting the relationship, which could have created tension between Hailey and her family if she felt they were being unfairly characterized. Speaking of Hailey's father, Stephen Baldwin has been a controversial figure in his own right, making headlines for social media posts, including a February 2024 public call for prayers for Hailey and Justin's marriage, which sparked conspiracy theories. If Hailey's trying to manage her public image carefully, having a father who publicly fuels speculation about her marriage could be frustrating and drive her to create distance. Additionally, other family members, such as Uncle Alec Baldwin, face significant scrutiny following the Rust shooting incident, which could have indirectly affected family dynamics. Being associated with controversial family members while trying to build your own brand and identity is challenging, to say the least. Hailey has expressed concerns about having children and raising a family in the public eye, which suggests she's very aware of the challenges that come with her level of fame. In this context, distancing herself from family members who might speak to the press or share details about her life could be an act of self-preservation rather than ingratitude. Recent events have added fuel to the fire, with Justin reportedly feeling stung by Selena's engagement to Benny Blanco in December 2024. If Justin still has unresolved feelings for Selena, as many fans believe, that would undoubtedly impact his relationship with Hailey, and by extension, her relationship with her family. Justin's behavior has also been the subject of criticism, with fans on Reddit noting incidents where he seemingly treated Hailey poorly, such as slamming car doors. If Hailey's family witnessed or heard about such behavior, they might have expressed concerns about the relationship, leading to tension. Another fascinating aspect of this situation is the friendship dynamics, particularly with the Jenner sisters. Justine Skye, a close friend of Hailey's, revealed in an interview how she and Hailey became best friends after a particularly embarrassing incident where Hailey helped her when she was sick. This suggests Hailey values loyalty and support in her friendships, qualities she might feel are lacking in her family relationships.
How did you and Hailey first originally meet? When did the best friend story first start?
It was so many years ago. I think we're going on like maybe 6, 7 years of our friendship. And it's kind of really embarrassing, but we were out and then I was like, I wasn't feeling well and I threw up in her place. And then she like cleaned it up for me and I was like, this is my best friend.
That's love. That's true love.
Hailey is also close friends with Kendall Jenner, who has her own connection to Justin. In April 2020, during an Instagram live session hosted by Justin and Hailey, Kendall was asked if she saw their marriage coming. She responded, "Honestly, no," and added, "I didn't know. I think I hoped. Obviously, Hales is my lady, my best friend, and I wanted it. So bad for both of you. It just makes me really happy." This suggests that even Hailey's close friends were surprised by how quickly the relationship progressed, which could reflect similar concerns from her family. Interestingly, Kendall and Justin reportedly had a casual dating history 3 years before he married Hailey, adding another layer of complexity to these relationships. If Hailey's family was aware of this history, they might have had concerns about the friendship dynamics that Hailey didn't appreciate. Let's also talk about Jordyn Woods, another figure in this complex web of relationships. In October 2023, Jordyn attended Hailey's Rhode lip tint launch party in Paris, showing support despite past drama involving the Jenner family. This suggests Hailey values maintaining relationships with friends who have shown her support, possibly in contrast to family members she might feel haven't been there for her. There's also speculation about underlying tensions due to Jordyn's past with the Jenner family, particularly her fallout with Kylie, which might affect her relationship with Hailey, given Hailey's closeness to Kendall. The fact that Hailey navigates these complex friendship dynamics while seemingly distancing herself from her own family is telling. Recent rumors about marital issues between Hailey and Justin have also emerged, with reports in March 2025 suggesting Hailey was addressing marital woes and Justin's anger issues. If these rumors have any basis in reality, it's possible that Hailey's family has expressed concerns about the relationship, leading to additional tension. The situation becomes even more complex when considering Hailey's pregnancy announcement, which should have been a joyous occasion, but instead led to Selena Gomez trending on Twitter rather than Hailey, Justin, or their baby. This constant comparison to Selena, even during what should be milestone moments in Hailey's life, must be incredibly difficult to navigate. So what does all this mean for Hailey's relationship relationship with her family, it's possible that the intense pressure of being Justin Bieber's wife, the constant comparisons to Selena Gomez, and the relentless online hate have led Hailey to retreat into a smaller, more controlled circle of trusted friends and confidants. If her family members have expressed concerns about her relationship with Justin or about how quickly they got married, she might have interpreted this as a lack of support during an already challenging time. Alternatively, Hailey might be distancing herself from her family to protect them from the intense scrutiny she faces. Being associated with her means being subject to the same online hate and criticism, and she might want to shield her family members from that experience. In March 2023, Selena addressed death threats against Hailey on Instagram, writing, "Hailey Bieber reached out to me and let me know that she has been receiving death threats and such hateful negativity." The intensity of the online hate directed at Hailey might have influenced her decision to keep her family at a distance for their own protection. Hailey has also faced accusations of copying Selena in various ways, including fashion, tattoos, and even cooking shows. The constant comparisons and criticism could lead to a desire for privacy and a more controlled public image, which might include limiting what family members know about her life to prevent inadvertent leaks or comments. It's also worth noting that Hailey has been building her own brand, Rhode, which has faced its own controversies, including allegations of copying smaller brands. Managing a business while navigating the challenges of her personal life and public image could be overwhelming, leading her to prioritize certain relationships over others. The family dynamics might also be affected by Hailey's past behavior, particularly if the allegations of her stalking Justin and copying Selena have any basis in reality. If family members witnessed or were aware of obsessive behavior, they might have tried to intervene or express concerns, creating tension that persists to this day. Selena's song "Lose You to Love Me," released in October 2018, includes lyrics like, "In 2 months you replaced us like it was easy," which fans interpret as a reference to Justin's quick marriage to Hailey. The public nature of the breakup and Hailey's role in it might have made family members uncomfortable or concerned, potentially leading to comments or advice that Hailey didn't appreciate. The situation becomes even more complex when considering blind items and unverified rumors, such as speculation about an unexpected pregnancy and miscarriage involving Justin and Selena in early 2018, which could potentially explain their brief reunion before Justin's marriage to Hailey. While these are just rumors without credible evidence, if there's any truth to them, it would add another layer of complexity to Hailey's position and her family's perception of her relationship with Justin. In March 2025, a TikTok user claimed Hailey liked a shady video mocking Selena and her fiancé, Benny Blanco, though Hailey's representative denied this. The constant need to manage her public image and respond to accusations could be exhausting, potentially leading Hailey to limit her circle to those she trusts implicitly, which, based on her comments, doesn't seem to include many family members. So, to sum up this final part, Hailey Bieber's distance from her family could be influenced by a complex interplay of factors related to her relationship with Justin, the ongoing drama with Selena Gomez, the intense online hate she faces, and the challenges of managing her public image and business interests. While we don't have concrete evidence of a cousin publicly calling her out for cutting off her family after fame, the signs of family tension are apparent from her own statements and the broader context of her life. That's it for today's video. Besties, if you enjoyed this deep dive into Hailey Bieber's family drama, make sure to click on any of the cards showing on your screen for more.